All right, people, welcome back. All right, so for today's mix down, the name of the track is called Brother by an artist named SEPHIL. Great one, great vocalist, fire, and you guys can go search for the song on any digital platform you use to listen or you stream music from. Check Spotify, Apple Music, etc., etc., etc. Just listen to the mix. It's a beautiful one. It's a beautiful song. And as you all know, on this channel, we'll stick to mixing and mixing alone. I might bring a mastering at the end of the day. I usually see this after every video, but there will be a section whereby I only master records. You get mastering sometimes is draining. It's cool, but it's draining sometimes. So okay, now on this channel there will be no producing except if I'm bringing a producer on. It's all about engineering a record and mixing a record to feel proper, to feel right, to compete. That's like the major point of this. So all right, cool. Yep. Shall we begin? We shall. Cool. um yeah, we have 28. Oh yeah, the instrumentals, I mixed them on in another project and I just pulled that one in. Like I said, for me personally, different people, different tastes. For me personally, I wanted my instrumentation to be able to stand on its own before I pull in the vocals. So we would begin soon. All right, cool. Shall we begin? We shall. All right, so these are my drums and these are my melodies. I would just begin with the drums, then I pull in the melodies after. So for the drums, I've just the decapitator on there. Really nothing much. Really nothing much. Let's listen to it with and without the decapitator. Let's see. Do we have any gain on there? No, my gain is an auto. It's an auto. So let's listen. Without. I think it's just adding a little bit of dirtiness to it. A dirtiness around eye mid and eyes. That's what I can hear. You get. So let's check what we add on there. What's this? It's called a tambo. Yeah, this is where we please producers and or recording engineers or even mix engineers, because sometimes you send projects to me to finish. You get, sometimes I'm the finisher on the record. Make sure you name your projects rightly. You name the elements right. Well, I can generate a name for them or I can name them myself. Well, when you name them from your end and you want to make a note, you can tell me, you know what, the stuff I called shaker 001, I don't like it. Can you do this to it? Can you do that to it? But when you go, the element that goes pan pan pan, I'm like, what's going pan pan pan? What do you mean? Do you mean pan? So if you name it right, we would be able to communicate better. If you name it wrong, we would have a little bit of back and forth. So yeah, we're cool with that. So let's solo this guy. Let's see what do we have here. Impressive. Nothing on the EQ. Just pan on there. Oh yeah, just so you know, premix has been done to clean up, to properly gain in case anything is distorted. Sometimes during the premix I will not do anything on this element. Sometimes I do stuff on this element. You just listen. Let's see what's this shakers. Absolutely no processing on that. Cool. Yeah, I mixed the bass different from this for this fire. Nothing on this too. Oh, these guys, this one, the one named Candy. The one named Candy. Yeah, I think it's a wash. It's a wash. I pushed it to the side. Let's listen. This is how it was. A little bit of presence. Then this is a little bit cold. Pushing it to the side is a little bit cold. and it reduced the whooshness in it, reduced the effect of the whooshness in it. I think because I have other risers and FXs and rolls participating in the mix itself. Another one, another EQ doing absolutely nothing, another EQ doing absolutely nothing, and we have Handman doing something on there. Let's see, what's this? It's named Impact. Oh yeah, so presently or these days, though I mixed this record, this should be 3 months back before. So most of the records I will be showing up records that I touched at least half a year back. All right, so for presently, even till now, from then till now, I've loved my, except if we're going for a live feel, I'm going to leave my drum rolls. You get all those impacts at the center. This is I find myself throwing it around. You get, so I just wanted to feel like that drum of 1 2. Let's say this listener is at the center. It should go 1 2 rows. You get, that's what I'm actually going for. Not everything at the center. In as much as it's going to give you more impact at the center, I want it to be significant away from the drum loops and the other drums. So this is I just find myself putting a pan man on it, or just throwing it around. You get, if possible, I can split them 1 2 3, throw them on different channels. You get, when I throw them on different channels, I pan the channels to different parts, then I just duplicate it also. You get, I can decide to cut everything here away so that I don't go through so much stress, and I duplicate it 1 2 3, make it easier for myself. You get, for this I just use a pan man on there, and oh okay, Pro Q3 is looking like I did something on there. Let's listen to, what's this EQ? No, this EQ is not doing anything, but let's listen to this solo. Oh, okay. Okay. Impressive. So for this, I actually boosted around 65. Let's see, is that the permanent frequency for the kick? Oh yeah, that's. Alright, and a little bit of the snare slash rim, I actually boosted that also. I used a dynamic EQ on there. Since I could not fix up the kick alone, I didn't have my kick alone. I had it printed with other drum elements. I wanted my kick to pump a little bit, you get, and that's what I did on there. So basically, mixing is you creating volume. You get, how much volume of an element do you want? That's the first one. Two, creating space and making sure these elements are not competing for space. They are not, their prominent frequencies are not superimposed in such a way that you have frequencies cancelling out, or mudding up each other. You get, another one, on doing that, or for you to do that, you use spatial arrangements. You push them to the sides and some to the center, frequency distribution arrangement, some volume arrangement, top to down arrangement, and how you feel it, how much impact it yields. That's using vibrations to soften things up, or you pushing them up front to people's faces using a couple using EQ and compression. And that's basically mixing. That is what mixing is. Unlike all right, cool. So unlike production, whereby you have to make production choices as you changing the sample, etc., that can be done during the mix also. But doing production choices during the mix sometimes takes the engineer away from mixing mindset into the production mindset. So at that point, you might need a finisher at the end of the day, somebody to touch up on the record and make sure everything is properly balanced. So yeah, that's it. Except if you have your in-house producer, then cool. Then that one is beautiful. That's cool. Cool. So let's continue. So let's bring in the melodies. Let's bring in the melodies. Or let's bring in the low ends instead. For this guy, okay, I think I had an EQ on here. Alright, Alright, so in as much as EQ is also used to shape elements, it's also used to create space while shaping this specific element. You don't want them to be that prominent in that area because you have some other elements taking that space. So um, that's also fire. That's also fire. Let's see. This is the melody. These are the melodies. Okay, I think I do a lot of EQ when it comes to melody. So this guy. This is how it sounds without processing on. Alright, so with the EQ one, this drastic one, then I push it to the sides. Also, one thing you need to understand is sometimes when you do the as effects, when you play back the element through mono speaker, there is a possibility the volume drops. So sometimes that is the goal. You get the goal is I want this to be felt through headphones and etc. But when it gets into you playing through a boombox mono speaker or car with a mono speaker, the volume drops so that it can have other elements cutting through because the volume of that specific element drops. Sometimes we don't think it doesn't get that technical. We just mix. Sometimes you get that gets that technical. So yeah. Oh yeah. So we have this guy. Get out. Also we separating. So basically, sometimes the reason why I don't do drastic resonance checks on some specific elements, sometimes I do if I'm doing that through the premix. When I get into the mix, I do a lot of gain staging. I want this to be at a specific volume, this to be at a specific volume. You get, I think the highest volume I have on here is negative 2 points. It does not matter. It does not matter. It can be at negative 2 point and still be super loud. You get, but I'm talking about the relationship between the volumes. You get, so check negative 2.2 is the highest to negative 7.25. That's a lot of that. Oh no, there is a negative 1.65, which is the low end, the bass frequency itself. Well, sometimes I do also reduce the volume of things here. I may reduce the volume of the mixer knob and also the elements before it gets like a pre-fader and a post-fader. You get, I do that. So sometimes you might have to sum both of them up to be able to get what you're looking for. You get, so that also happens. So yeah, this is the instrumentation. There is nothing on the melody bus. All right, cool. So that specific take, the printout of that, I print it, then I send the file into the project for which I mix the vocals and every other element apart from the instrumentation in. So sometimes I mix the samples in there, sometimes I mix the samples in here, depending. Well, that's for because of how I mixed this record. I just wanted the instrumentation to be beautiful on its own. You get, based on this artist is like making songs for stage. You might want to perform them. You would most definitely perform them. So That's what I was going for, so I don't distract myself so much with the vocals, and I don't make a mix whereby the vocals are going to be super great, super prominent, but the instrumentation will be bleh. That's what I was looking at. So yeah, so I have the printout of the instrumentation itself. A printout of the instrumentation itself, and yeah, it's just simple vocals. Same thing all over again. I have my BGV sprouted for BGV voice, BGV boss. I have some with an NAS effect on, push them to the sides. I have some that will be panned, which is this guy here. The settings don't matter, it's more of how you can optimize or use the settings to sound the best it can. You get to feel the best it can, so that's just it. So some mix, you see me switching up this EQ off, which is, yeah, sweet. So for some settings, you see me switching off the EQ in this specific EQ, which is more like a band pass. It's more like a radio, phone. Yeah, it's a preset. Sometimes when I have the preset, I tend to touch some things here, touch some knobs there, depending on depending on how it sounds pre-fader, depending on how the element itself sounds pre-fader. That is what's going to make me touch any knob. Yeah, I might need it to have more of the high mids, I might need to have more of the low mids, I might need to have a little bit more presence, and etc. So yeah, that is that. I think I made that in a take here. So sometimes I use Melodyne for pitch correction, time correction, time stretching, and etc. So yeah, this is my lead vocal. This is the lead vocal. The lead vocal box 1, 2, 3. I tuned them. I sent them to an automatic tuning plugin. I have manually tuned them before, and from there I sent them into the lead box here. So let's listen to that. Listen without and with.
The road you know they smooth many gallop. Yeah, no picture the process handle your affair. No be black or white, be colorblind. Yeah, looking on to just I forgot. Oh, yes, how we go be? Nice way I spend on my knees just to get on my feet. Tears where I bleed, lose and you win. This life no be marathon, no good sprints, brother. No they sleep, brother. The future is bright, can't you see it, brother? Make you know the worry, know the fear, brother. It goes so clear, brother. Wipe your tears, brother. Every single time.
Yeah, that every single the thick voice you're hearing is from FX True. So this is the yellow, it's mostly my FX Trues or automations. You get, so these are all my FX True automations. I have the Harmony engine on there. We have the little auto boy. I think yeah, it's pitching it low. This part.
Every single time you win, you give them time. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Many of your guys stay 6 feet underneath. Opportunities don't die. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Oh,
Fine. All right, so I had like a quarter note delay there, and I had like a verb on there just to make things swell. I had like an 8 note delay there. So yeah, just to make things swell a bit. That's the whole point. So for my lead vocals, I love showing my EQ moves. Yeah, so for the lead vocals, this is the EQ. I guess that was too bright too. Prefer that the vocals were going too bright, a little bit of boxiness, a little bit of body, duck down those. Add my DSL on there, add the compressor on there. Let's check out the settings of the compressor we add on there. Like I said, I don't really like the auto gain on there, but I used it for a record, for a mix, because it sounded great. It was giving me what I was looking for easily, so there was no need for me to stress. So yeah, my threshold, I was squashing the life of these vocals. I was squashing it. Fire. All right. So I had oh god, I love decapitator. You find decapitator on almost every of my mix. You find it there. You find it there doing wonders. Doing wonders. So yeah, decapitator on there. Oh, I had Sutsu just trying to make my vocals warmer. So I started with the presets, then I just started playing around until I got what I was looking for. Not really playing around, I know what I was looking for. So that was it. And basically what I was looking for is whatever frequency band was really spiking, not spiking essentially, had um, uh, an overly distributed amplitude, like the amplitude is just super there. It's meant to just tuck it down. It has like a dynamic processor EQing on there, dynamic volume control, so it tucks those down so my vocals will stay warm. You get to stay not bright in your face but a little bit inside, you get. So that was what we're going for. It feels more of feels more like it was recorded through dynamic microphone. You get, like it was recorded, not live, but so that I don't have all the full frequency bandwidth of the vocals itself. That was what I was going for. All right, so we have the last one. Oh yeah, I have the room verb on there, on it serially. So this is in series. You know, people talk about a lot of parallel processing, parallel processing. This is in series, but it was 4% weight. That was what I was saying. It's more like parallel processing in a way, but running it through the channel itself. So this processing I had on here was just a little bit of it. Just 4% of it was what was actually mixed into the record itself. Just 4% I can play. Let's listen to it with and without that. This specific one.
Every single time you win, you give them time. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Many of your guys stay 6 feet underneath. Opportunities don't die. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Oh,
Wait.
Only cool. Everybody they suffer, no be only you. Suicide no be optional, let devil use you. Your time go come to sing hallelujah. How we go be? Nights where I spend on my knees. Just
Now this is fire. So yeah, after my lead box, I still do have a vocal box. This is my vocal box here. I like an EQ on there. This EQ on there. Still trying to tame the eyes. Though presently these days I do not approve of this type of previously I approve of this type of EQ move. Presently I have my reserves on it, and this is in here. If it were to be the other way, whereby the eyes are the ones that are increased and the lows are ducked down, that's a beautiful move. But the other way around, well, it depends on the element you're working with. It tends to simulate a compressed element, gives this super compressed feel, and sometimes your mix might not actually cut out, might not cut through because it's giving it's making it feel super squashed. It's giving that squashed feel because the life of the elements is the higher end, but no, now it is squashed. It's going to feel a little bit pumpy. So these days I don't do this move that much. I rather use a shelf, you get. But if it's for me to, if I want to gain more of the eye ends or the eye meets, I do this move. But if it's more of me trying to duck down the higher parts, I do not make this move. I use a shelf. I just shelf it down instead. Yeah, that's it. You might see more of that EQ in some of my videos because most of the mixes are old mixes that I'm just bringing back up. All right, cool. So yeah, same thing on my EQ, my drums, still the same mode.
every single time you win, you give them time. You still got.
So this is in here. For this, I was ducking down the instrumentation with respect to the vocals. Simply, I just tightened the vocals to the drum to the instrumentation, so they just duck down when the vocals are coming through. Yep. Yep. Oh, so yeah, my BGVs. I usually sometimes, if the artist is very good, I overly tune the BGVs. You get just to add, but to make it way more different from the lead vocals. So yeah, I haven't opened this project for a while. This is like my first time playing this project for a very long time, and I already know what I would do. So this is overly tuned. Or the humanize is doing a little bit of neglecting some of the takes so that they can just walk all through or pass through without being tuned. But I'm still heavily tuning them. Yeah, I had a stock flanger on there. I had a stock flanger on there, and also an EQ and a serial verb on there. So it's 46. I think I touched something on there. Yeah, 24. Yeah. So that's what I had for my BGV. It's nothing on my left BGV, my right BGV, just mostly the center and the sides. That's what I was dealing with. And my static verb and be, which I usually use to uh, emphasize whatever element I'm sending into it the more. So that is how we came about this mix.
The road you know they smooth many gallop there. No fit the process handle your affair. No be black and white be colorblind. Yeah, looking onto Jah for guidance. How we go be? Nights where I spend on my knees just to get on my feet. Tears where I bleed, lose and you win. This life no be marathon, no good sprints, brother. No the sleep, brother. The future is bright, can't you see it, brother? Make you know the worry, know the fear, brother. It goes so clear, brother. Wipe your tears, brother. Every single time you win, you give them time. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Many of your guys stay 6 feet underneath. Opportunities don't die. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that part I said, lose your grind. Lose your grind was a valid tune. All right, so I want you guys to understand something. These vocals had electrical noises in it. Try to clean up the noise a bit. But yeah, this is one thing that makes me love this door. I could actually just cut out this part. I can cut out this part and add the specific processing to just let's see an example. Let me show you an example. I can cut out this part and add a specific processing to this, say an EQ or whatever, and I can leave it that way for it to work that way, or I can just print that part out and it's already processed that way and I can continue. That makes sense. Normally my vocals, I do tend to work with mono signals. I tend to like either down mix them to mono. I just pick the left signal or the right signal depending. I don't usually use my vocals this way. But if I'm going for a wider mix, I work with them that way based on the fact that if there are any phasing issues or if you have a signal which tends towards the left side and the right side or etc. I leave them that way so that I can have a more wider feel for the vocals or the vocal elements I'm working with. When it's situation where I'm working with a rap vocal, etc., I just down mix them to just one, just need that mono signal so I can actually process it more. So that's it for this. Oh yeah, I wanted to play the noise. There was a little bit of
The
noise
road
there.
you know they smooth many gallop there. No fit the process handle your affair. No be black and white be colorblind. Yeah, looking onto Jah for guidance. How we go be?
So that sounds like a cable noise, a noise picked up by the cable or by the microphone sometimes, which is from holding the microphone, you ethning the microphone itself. So yeah, they reach that part. So yeah, the noise to vocal or the noise to signal ratio was is quite a lot. So it's signal to noise ratio rather is quite a lot. So there was no need for me to start denoising, removing this or removing that. I think during the premix I might have done loopers, a little bit of loopers, so that I don't get a lot of that or some bells. But during the mix itself, no, I didn't do that. Possibly because I fixed that during the pre-mix, reduced it a bit or a lot. Then there is no need for me to do that during this mix. So yeah, for my FX throws, sometimes I have them radioed, sometimes I don't, sometimes I create just both of them at the end of the day, depending on what we're going for during the mix. So this is it. This is the breakdown for everything I did during the brother mix. This took me some days. So that's it. So let's just listen out through. And we are going to go.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whoa, whoa. The road you know they smooth many gallop. Yeah, no fit the process handle your affair. Don't be black or white, be colorblind. Yeah, looking onto job for guidance. How we go be? Nights where I spend on my knees just to get on my feet. Tears where I bleed, lose and you win. This life no be marathon, no good sprints, brother. No they sleep, brother. The future is bright, can't you see it, brother? Make you know the worry, know the fear, brother. It goes so clear, brother. Wipe your tears, brother. Every single time you win, you give them time. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Many of your guys stay 6 feet underneath. Opportunities don't die. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Oh, yeah, yeah. Only cool. Everybody they suffer, no be only you. Suicide no be optional, let devil use you. Your time go come to sing hallelujah. How we go be? Nights where I spend on my knees just to get on my feet. Tears where I bleed, lose and you win. This life no be marathon, no good sprints, brother. No they sleep, brother. The future is bright, can't you see it, brother? Make you know the worry, know the fear, brother. It goes so clear, brother. Wipe your tears, brother. Every single time you win, you give them time. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Many of your guys stay 6 feet underneath. Opportunities don't die. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Every single time you win, you give them time. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Many of your guys stay 6 feet underneath. Opportunities don't die. You still got life and you still got time to think and strength to push your grind. Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and catch you guys later. Peace.